He was still chewing when I told him. The police won't be coming, Ryan. His fork froze mid-air. The hum of the refrigerator filled the silence like static before a storm. He blinked, slow, calculating. "What are you talking about?" I smiled. It wasn't a pleasant smile. I said, "They're not coming. I didn't call them." That was the moment he realized the game had changed. 2 weeks earlier, I'd found Luna's body in the backyard. Her collar half buried in mud, her fur matted and cold. She'd been my therapy dog for 5 years, trained to sense panic before it consumed me. She'd pulled me back from edges Ryan would never understand. The vet said she'd been poisoned, rat bait mixed into her food. I knew immediately who did it. Ryan had that smirk, the kind that said he wanted you to see the fire he'd started, but not the match in his hand. He was my stepson, 18. My wife, Claire, thought he was just acting out. I thought he was dangerous. When I first met Ryan, he was 12, quiet, shy, almost polite. He'd drawn me a picture of me, Claire, and Luna on our wedding day, a family of stick figures holding hands. I kept it for years. He used to feed Luna treats, take her on walks. But something shifted after his father's death. His eyes grew colder, his jokes meaner. The world became a stage where he was always the victim. He blamed me for replacing his dad. And Claire, she was too blinded by guilt to see it. After Luna died, I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I buried her myself in the rain. Then I went inside, poured a whiskey, and began to plan. Grief is loud. Revenge is quiet. I started small. Passwords, bank logins, social media. Ryan was sloppy. His phone was a vault left unlocked. I found messages, mocking ones. "Old man's mutt won't bark anymore." A photo of the rat poison box. That was all the proof I needed. But evidence alone wasn't justice. Justice had to feel something. It had to sink its teeth in. Ryan wanted to study film. His obsession with image was pathological. His camera, his followers, his reputation. He lived for perception, for how people saw him. So I used that. I began feeding him what he wanted most: praise. I complimented his videos, helped him brand himself. I told him about a film scholarship I could recommend him for. A lie, of course, but believable enough. He took the bait. I had him record a personal statement video. I told him to be honest, raw, emotional. They love vulnerability, I said. Talk about loss, about guilt. He did. He cried on camera, said he'd lost someone close, that it was his fault. Then I edited the footage, seamlessly, inserted his texts, the photos, his messages bragging about Luna. I made sure his face filled every frame. Then I scheduled the upload, midnight, across every platform he had access to. By morning, the video had gone viral. When I came downstairs that day, Claire was on the floor, sobbing. Ryan was screaming, smashing his phone against the counter. "You ruined my life," he shouted. "No," I said, pouring coffee. "You did that yourself." He lunged at me, wild, teeth bared like an animal. I didn't move. Claire pulled him off me, screaming for him to stop. That was when he realized there was nothing left to fight for. His followers had turned on him. His scholarship applications withdrawn. His friends blocked him. Every door he thought he had opened, I had quietly locked behind him. And now, 2 weeks later, here we were at the table. He hadn't spoken to me since that day. But tonight, he'd asked to talk. I knew what that meant. One last play for sympathy. "The police won't be coming," I told him again. "Because I didn't tell them you did it. I told them Luna ate something by accident." He looked up, confused. "Why?" "Because prison's easy," I said. "This isn't." He frowned. I set up a trust in your name, I continued. A fund that requires you to volunteer at the animal shelter every week for the next 2 years to access it. They know who you are. They know what you did. You'll be cleaning cages, feeding dogs, every single day. He stared at me, pale. You can't force me. Oh, I can. The trust's legal. Claire signed it too. I leaned forward, voice low. Every time you pick up a leash, remember what it felt like to watch her die. He pushed back his chair, trembling with rage. You're insane. Maybe, I said, but Luna deserved better than sanity. He left that night, didn't say goodbye. But I hear things. He's still at the shelter, still shoveling, still silent. Maybe for the first time, he's learning what love costs when you destroy it. Sometimes I drive by, park across the street, and watch him. He never looks up. That's enough for me. Justice doesn't always wear a badge. Sometimes it just watches quietly, while the guilty learn to live with what they've done.